What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. What an exciting time to be a Marvel fan. If you missed our video from earlier this week covering the Singapore Disney/Marvel presentation, President Kevin Feige had no problem confirming that not only does Secret Wars lead into the Mutant Saga, but that we should expect to recognize some of the upcoming X-Men players that will be introduced over the next 2 years. Exciting times indeed. Well, today's huge update for Secret Wars, with a ton of leaked information coming from none other than the most trusted of industry insider sources in Daniel RPK, has a ton more surprises for what's in store in Secret Wars and Doomsday, including the casting of a secret character and the inclusion of other superheroes we hadn't yet confirmed. We're going to break down this enormous leak for the next Avengers films, including brand new characters that are now confirmed to be a part of the fray, and speculate just a little bit as to who the secret character Marvel Studios is casting could be. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, guys. My analytics have told me that there are a ton of you who have been watching the channel for a while, maybe watched upwards of 10 or 100 videos and still haven't hit the subscribe button, which is totally cool. I really just appreciate the support of the channel, and thanks for watching the videos. And to those of you who have subbed, I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subbed to Everything Always, I would just kindly invite you to do so. And for really any other content creators you really enjoy, subbing is the best way to support their channel, and I would sincerely appreciate it. Plus, you gotta be subbed to enter the giveaway, so if you're watching the videos, you might as well. Okay, so as I mentioned briefly during the prologue, today's scoop comes to us from none other than Daniel Rickman. You guys can follow him over on Twitter at RPK News, and if you're not familiar with Daniel's work as a scooper, he's not only the most ubiquitous, but very easily the most accurate scooper in the Marvel Scoop game, has a track record to back it up, and so much so that even some huge Hollywood trades like Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter have used his work and his sources to re-report on. So not saying he gets everything right all the time, but a lot of it. And so if you want to go into the unknown, not knowing, lightest of spoiler warning, you might want to back out now. Otherwise, this was his huge update on the next two Avengers films. Okay, so first up, he said that Spider-Man 4 has actually now had its filming moved to August to give Holland time to finish his other big projects, which includes a Christopher Nolan film, but also Avengers Doomsday filming next year, and where it was said that was only going to be a couple of months for Tom Holland's scenes and then he would start on Spider-Man 4, it would appear as though they've added several months to that shoot. He goes on to add that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will have a huge role in Doomsday, not a small one, basically be one of the main protagonists of the film. Then he goes on to say that everyone in the Thunderbolts movie will be in Avengers Doomsday as well. So, spoiler warning for Doomsday, seems like a lot of them survive, and not only that, they're going to be players in Avengers Doomsday. We had wondered exactly which characters they were going to draw from, so obviously a small spoiler here in that a lot of the Thunderbolts survive, and that obviously them, Sentry, they're all going to be teamed up and joining the Avengers Doomsday fray. I suppose we may see Val there as well, but I think the other huge reveal here, reading between the lines, is that Doomsday is looking more and more likely now, especially with the inclusion of Spider-Man and the Thunderbolts, that it's going to take place on 616, even though we know that the Fantastic Four confirmed to be in the film. That was another huge reveal by Kevin Feige earlier this week, and that them and Doctor Doom are probably coming from somewhere else in the multiverse. Unless you're somehow going to take the Thunderbolts and start transferring them all over the multiverse, it's going to take place on 616. The next thing he has to say is this: for Avengers 5 Doomsday, they are casting, quote, a secret role of a, quote, well-known Marvel character that will have a big role in Secret Wars as well. Now, this update is super curious, and my opinion really changed on who this could be overnight. Last night when I first read this news, it made me think that of all of the classic characters they've yet to introduce into the MCU that are pertinent to the Secret Wars storyline, say like Molecule Man, that the Beyonder would be the most important, the one that Marvel Studios would absolutely want to introduce, as he's the source of the power that Doctor Doom in the comics has to seize to become God Emperor Doom. But it would also seem that the MCU already perfectly set up Loki, God of Stories, to replace the Beyonder storyline, and Loki's even seated in the throne on the World Tree that we suspect we're going to see during Avengers Secret Wars after Doctor Doom has succeeded in Avengers Doomsday. And then you specifically read the wording again about it being a well-known character, and while the Beyonder is classic to the Secret Wars storyline, he's not quote-unquote well-known the way I think a ton of other Marvel superheroes from teams, say like the X-Men, fit that bill. And so because the role is secret and it's well known, I just have to imagine this is an extension of what we just heard Kevin Feige say, where we may recognize some of the characters coming into the MCU, and they may choose to supplement, pick and choose which X-Men will return from the Fox universe, and then which X-Men in the MCU they might want to cast for and keep those characters into the Mutant Saga after Avengers Secret Wars has done. And that is an excellent way to do it because it'll give us some connective tissue rather than introducing all new characters who won't have been a part of the biggest Marvel thing to have happened and just happened. It would feel maybe a little disconnected. So while the Beyonder is still on the list, I would say it's a lot more likely a key member of the X-Men, maybe one of the villains like Magneto, because they're going to have a big role in Secret Wars as well. This is going to be a major character, and even if it were someone like the Beyonder, after he's defeated by Dr. Doom, I just wouldn't expect him to have a huge role in both films. Now, I think another character that actually makes sense, and only because now Robert Downey Jr. is our Dr. Doom, is bringing in a new or another Iron Man. We already know Marvel Studios pays attention to the rumor mill and what fans want, and obviously by this point, they've seen all of the concept art and rumors about Tom Cruise playing a superior Iron Man variant. It doesn't even have to be a superior variant, but giving us a different Iron Man in the mix in 4 Secret Wars would make a lot of sense from Marvel's standpoint as far as including classic characters, and again, because our Iron Man is now Dr. Doom, frees them up to do that. So I wonder if there isn't a plan to do that as well, although I wouldn't be surprised if they leave that alone, only because, well, our Iron Man is technically back, even if it's as the villain, and they wait until the soft reboot post-Secret Wars to introduce a new Iron Man. Now, the huge update ends with him confirming that Disney and Marvel are interested in a Deadpool and Wolverine 2, and therefore we should suspect that we will see more of Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds after Secret Wars. Well, that's a scoop in and of itself, because it obviously places Deadpool and Wolverine in that film, not as though Marvel would have left them out anyway. I think they're probably 2 of the prime characters to make it into Doomsday as well, and let's face it, even if it was just a joke about Disney and Marvel keeping Hugh Jackman until he was 90, they gave Marvel a win when they really needed one, and based on the success at the box office of Deadpool and Wolverine, there's no chance that the people who are in charge of making money at that company wouldn't at least explore the option of doing a second film, since Hugh Jackman seems like he's open to sticking around, and after Avengers Secret Wars, seems like he's going to be our MCU Wolverine. Absolutely crazy to think about, but you guys let me know down in the comments, who do you think the secret character is? Who do you got, and who would you like to see as another character added to the mix for Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars? I am all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel, and we're still going to do that until the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out, then we'll switch over. We just gave one away for the finale of Agatha All Along, and we have another one coming up for the finale of What If, which goes live next season. Next year is actually going to be a banger, because we give one away with every Marvel release, and next year there's at least 6 or 7 of them. If you want to be entered to win, or for any of the other giveaways we do, say through the holiday season, all the same rules will always apply. It's super simple. All you got to do is be a subscriber, so hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos in the same segment we're doing here, live with my voice, and a winning comment when there is one shown on screen. So please be safe and vigilant on YouTube, really any platform. If you should get a comment from an obvious spammer using some content creator's photo trying to claim that you've won a prize, but then wants your information on third-party app, never ever give them your information. That is so unsafe. It's just a ruse. They're all just trying to get you to pay for shipping for a prize that doesn't exist. Keep in mind, no content creator, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping if you should win something. That's kind of part of the deal. It'd be hilarious if we did that. We would never do that, so please be safe and vigilant. If you should get a spam comment like that, and unfortunately, they're still all over the platform, even though they've left my channel alone for a while. If you should get a comment like that, simply report it directly to YouTube. I guarantee you that the content creator, the YouTuber, already knows, and by reporting it to YouTube, they will delete it even faster and the account, so not only has the comment gone from the page and you're helping that content creator out, but everywhere they've commented across YouTube will also now be gone. You're really just doing the entire YouTube community a service. The best way to keep up with the content at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking out my music, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.